Hey Commanders fans, tune in because we've got some very important information coming and you need to know everything. Here on the channel, you'll find all the latest news about our team with breaking news and everything a true Commanders fan needs to know. So, first of all, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell because here you'll receive everything firsthand and never be out of date. Oh, and leave your like right now to strengthen this incredible community and show that Commanders fans are always there. No more ado, hang in there because today's news is unmissable. Now let's get straight to the point.
The Cowboys' generational failure destroys Josh Conerly, but the tape doesn't lie. The film never lies. The Commanders believe Conerly can become a key piece of the puzzle in the long run. Adam Peters didn't hesitate when the offensive tackle was selected 29th overall in the 2025 NFL Draft, earning the right to start opposite left tackle Laramie Tunsil in Week 1. Jadeveon Clowney criticized Commanders rookie Josh Conerly, but the tape tells a different story. It's been a roller coaster ride for Conerly. There's no escaping it. He's had to deal with some of the league's fiercest pass rushers during his initial transition. The former Oregon star has had some good moments, and there are times when he seems overwhelmed. It's all part of the process. The Commanders are comfortable enough to handle adversity. But there's no doubt Conerly would like to get some reps back from his performance at AT&T Stadium. Conerly wasn't the only one who underperformed. Besides the return of right guard Sam Cosmi, the entire defense crumbled against a defensive line that hadn't exactly been dominant before. Jadeveon Clowney spent a lot of time against the rookie and wasn't particularly complimentary on the sidelines, as evidenced by an NFL press release. "The guy can't block anybody. The guy is terrible. I'm just not behind him enough." Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney managed to secure 5 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, and 1 tackle for loss during the game. Still, after further analysis of the game film, Conerly managed to hold his own against the once-in-a-generation college prospect from South Carolina. His reps were quite solid. Conerly completely dominated one particular collision, so there wasn't much weight to Clowney's statement to his teammates. The stats say one thing, but the film says something completely different. Either way, this should serve as good fodder for Conerly in the future.
Ian Rappaport just released the crippling Jayden Daniels update fans were dreading most. Not ideal. Las Vegas Raiders WR Chris Beatty highlights receiver development and the importance of consistency during bye week. There was immense concern among fans when Jayden Daniels was ruled out of Week 7 against the Dallas Cowboys with a hamstring injury. The Washington Commanders quarterback has already missed 2 games this season due to a knee injury, and now, according to reports, he's expected to be sidelined for another season. Washington's season is completely falling apart. Injuries have crippled the Commanders, transforming them from legitimate Super Bowl contenders to an underperforming team in 7 weeks. Daniels isn't the only prominent player missing, but he's the most crucial, by a considerable margin. Dan Quinn didn't reveal much about the immediate outcome of the game. Daniels would undergo an MRI, but early indications were that it wouldn't be a long-term issue. However, fans received the news they feared from NFL Network's Ian Rappaport just as preparations for the Monday Night Football matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs were gaining momentum. Jayden Daniels is expected to miss the Commanders' primetime game against the Chiefs. A respected source confirmed that Daniels suffered a mild hamstring strain that is expected to keep him out of Week 8. This is his 3rd game of the season, and veteran backup Marcus Mariota will start once again. Mariota is one of the most talented backups in the league, but his influence doesn't compare to Daniels. Kansas City's defense is relentless, led by coordinator Steve Spagnuolo. They have the potential to make things difficult for the former Oregon standout in the typically intimidating environment of Arrowhead Stadium. This was the last thing Washington needed, but it always seemed inevitable. Hamstring injuries are difficult to deal with a high likelihood of recurrence unless fully recovered. Given Daniels' reliance on dynamism and athleticism, the Commanders must manage his situation with extreme caution. Now, Mariota will have a solid week of practice with the starting unit. This should include the wide receiver duo of Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel Jr., who Quinn confirmed will practice this week.
This will increase the player's chances of making an impact, even if it still seems like a daunting task. As for Daniels, he will undergo a period of rest and rehabilitation. The former LSU sensation will aim for a quick return, which means proving his health in time for another primetime home matchup against the Seattle Seahawks on Sunday Night Football. It's yet another hurdle the Commanders must overcome, and it doesn't diminish the pessimism currently surrounding the franchise or its loyal fanbase.
The Commanders must sign a free agent who is available at a position that is in great need this season. The Washington Commanders season hasn't gone as planned, and they need to start winning games before their season goals become out of reach. It hasn't been entirely the team's fault. The Commanders are one of many teams that have struggled with significant injuries all year. Washington has been rotating missed games between Jaden Daniels, Terry McLaurin, and Noah Brown, putting the offense in a disadvantageous position. The team has made numerous attempts to address the issue, but a better solution has just become available, and the Commanders need to sign them to replace Brown as WR3. Commanders should sign veteran Tyler Lockett. The Commanders can't rely on Brown as a starter even when he returns. Furthermore, we don't know how healthy McLaurin will be for the rest of the season, and even Deebo Samuel has a lingering heel injury. Tyler Lockett has requested to be released by the Tennessee Titans, and he would be a drastic improvement over Chris Moore. A team could sign Lockett after 4 p.m. ET on October 22nd, and I'm sure he'll make many visits to teams in need of wide receiver help, and the Commanders are likely one of them. They've already signed Treylon Burks, but we shouldn't get our hopes up too high yet, as he's still younger and needs to learn the offense. A 33-year-old veteran like Lockett could fit into the offense, as we've seen with Robbie Chosen since he was signed. This season hasn't gone as expected, but he's consistently produced at a high level in recent seasons. Tyler Lockett's season stats breakdown: 2024, 49 receptions, 600 yards, 2 touchdowns. 2023, 79 receptions, 894 yards, 5 touchdowns. 2022, 84 receptions, 1,033 yards, 9 touchdowns. 2021, 73 receptions, 1,175 yards, 8 touchdowns. The Commanders' wide receiver room is getting healthy. Coach Dan Quinn said McLaurin and Samuel are expected to return to practice this week, but that was also the case last week. Even if both return, Lockett's addition is a much-needed boost to the offense. Luke McCaffrey and Jalen Lane have been developing this season, but Lockett is a reliable target who can help stress the defense with McLaurin and Samuel on the field. He knows how to get open and is a clear improvement over Brown and Moore as a WR3 option. Of course, this would only be a rental for the rest of the season, but Daniels needs more weapons to rely on. Burks could be a piece of the future, and the Commanders need to address the position again this offseason to sign another true point guard.